In other news, it's the battle of trying to send a message amid calls to defund the police. Some Providence city councilors calling to increase patrols in the capital city.
Yeah, so they're looking for a return to more community policing in Providence. Reporter Erica Ritchie is live outside of police headquarters this morning with those details. Erica.
And guys, this call comes on the heels of that violent weekend here in the city of Providence, but more broadly in the wake of the deadly year that it's been here in the capital city. Something that these city councilors say was kept at bay when police were on the beat in the neighborhood. So over the weekend, at least 7 people were rushed to Rhode Island Hospital following 2 shootings and 2 stabbings. One of them died, bringing the city's homicide rate up to 13. That's 3 times higher than this time last year. According to City Council President John Igliozzi, residents are telling him they don't feel safe sitting in their own backyards, and that, he says, is unacceptable. And that is why he and Councilor Joanne Ryan are calling for a return to community policing. In a joint statement, both Igliozzi and Ryan call for funding of another police academy in the next city budget. Igliozzi saying in part, on November 6th, we'll graduate a new police academy that will bring on 50 new police officers. That's not enough. We must bring on more new diverse Providence police recruits as quickly as possible so they can get out into our neighborhoods and get back to community policing, which worked so well in the past but is heavily dependent on having a full complement of officers. Igliozzi went on to explain that in 2003, when community policing was implemented here in the city, there were about 500 full-time Providence police officers on staff. Today, he says, there's just about 400, and about a third of them are eligible for retirement. That's the latest live in Providence this morning. I'm Erica Ritchie, 12 News.
When friends of a murder victim begin to memorialize their life, that's when the violence statistic becomes personal. And this morning we're getting to know a young woman who was shot and killed over the weekend in the capital city. 12 News reporter Erica Ritchie joining us live in Providence. Police are calling this truly senseless.
Indeed they are, Danielle. They say that this young woman was out with friends in the city for the night, went back to one of their houses afterward, and then was just having one more conversation with one more friend before going home that night when someone pulled the trigger while driving by. Police identify that young victim as 24-year-old Maya Brophy-Behrman. She's their most recent murder victim, gunned down on Olney Street around 3:30 Sunday morning by a gunman police do not believe knew her or targeted her. But to her friends, Brophy-Behrman is much more than the latest number on the crime charts. She's a young woman with a passion for people and a pursuit of her dreams. Friends tell us she recently graduated from Northeastern University with a degree in speech pathology and was working at a job in her field.
Maya was the nicest person I've ever met. She was sweet to everyone. She was smart.
You know, she would have done anything for anybody, and this is kind of just, just the least I could do for her.
She was sweet, like intelligent, you know what I mean? Like, it's just tragic.
And police tell us they are making headway in this case, but so far they've not identified or arrested any suspects. This murder is just one of several violent acts that took place here in Providence over the weekend. 7 people, if not more, sent to the hospital because of those events. And now Providence city councilors are issuing a call. They want to go back to some old school policing. We'll hear more on what their suggestions are coming up top of the hour. For now, live in Providence, I'm Erica Ritchie, 12 News.